Welcome to AG's Ace. A lot was expected of the WTC final being played in England between two wonderful teams, but what a sorry damn squib this whole process has turned out to be. Let's look at a few factors as to why it was organized at such a time in the UK, and knowing fully well that it might be raining there. And it's a total waste of time, of effort, of some wonderful players being there and completely killing the competitive spirit of the game. Could it have been done better? Let's take a look. Now, what we know is that rain had washed out the entire opening day of the WTC final, and on day two, 64 and a half overs, or zero point 0.4 overs to be precise, were possible with bad light, prompting frequent interruptions. The ICC will have to use the reserved sixth day to make up for the lost time, as only 141 overs have been possible so far in the match. The two teams will share the honors if the match ends in a draw or a tie. So the first day was washed out. The day four was completely washed out. In between, there have been constant interruptions because of rain. It affects the players. The ball gets soggy, and we all know what happens then, which is a disadvantage to the fielding team. Now, an interesting point is that a former England batsman, Kevin Peterson, says the WTC final should never have been held in the UK due to inclement weather conditions. Instead, Dubai could have been better with its world-class stadium and crowds allowed inside, plus no threat of rain. Our own Sunil Gavaskar said that he feels the ICC should find a way to decide a winner in case the rain-hit WTC final between India and New Zealand here ends in a draw. So what he's trying to say is that after all this hoopla, if the final match ends in a draw and then there's no one winning, it's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Now, there must be a formula to pick a winner in case of a drawn World Test Championship final. ICC's cricket committee should think and then take a decision. Gavaskar has gone on record. He also said to complete 3 innings in 2 days would be really difficult. Yes, if both teams bat really badly, the 3 innings could be completed. But again, this entire process would be a little under duress, keeping a constant eye on the weather and saying if weather permits. He also urged the ICC to find a tiebreaker to determine a winner, and cited the examples of other sports such as football and tennis to do so. What I feel is that there are a couple of points that even before the final was being played, India seemed the winners after beating Australia and England. For me, the win at the Gabba with a truncated side was like winning the final. And a lot of people have endorsed that point of view in their own ways. Why should a single final decide who is the best after a long playoff? There is no time for a best of 3. This has also been advocated that there could have been a best of 3, but who has the time? Look at the pack schedules, look at the calendar. It just doesn't really work. Can the point system be used to pick the winner? It can be used, but the big but is then the hype of a final would be missing. So that glitz, glamour, hoopla, tension, pressure, all of that would be missing. That if you keep playing through the year and in the end at a ceremony, you're told that, well, you're the winner of the WTC World Test Championships. Congratulations, go home. Here's your award. That's not enough. For millions of viewers who love the game, who love Test cricket, a final was pretty much required. Now, whatever it is, the final has lost all meaning and spark for a lot of people, including me. It is a damn squib of a wonderfully planned tournament. It's a crying shame that it has come to this, that the weather is not allowing the game to go on. Before I end this, I want to have a quick word about our own bowlers. 1 wicket, that is what Ishant Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Shami managed across nearly 2 sessions on a Sunday afternoon on a hard, fast pitch in seeming conditions. It is easy to say that, judge that as a failure when measured against New Zealand's inspired bowling performance in the morning, and when India's middle order lost the plot as well as 7 wickets for just 71 runs. So there was a batting collapse, but what I'm trying to say is that when you pick 3 of India's best, Ishant, Bumrah and Shami, and this is what you get at the end of the day, then it's pretty worrisome. And the combination of grey, cloudy, overcast weather along with the Duke's balls is a delight for fast bowlers who can impart swing and seam, if done wisely, as Kyle Jamieson showed. But like all the experts are saying, it should be in the corridor of uncertainty on the off stump and around the off stump. And constantly, you should make the batsman drive, the point VVS Lakshman has also made today. And Bumrah has been quite criticized for not being able to just do that. The point to remember is that they last bowled in England in tandem in the 2018 tour. It has been quite some time. Yes, they were very successful then. But keep in mind that after the WTC, India will play 5 tests against England in their conditions, in these conditions. And if they don't get their bearings right, this is going to be a very hard and tough grind for India. So while the WTC final is so far like a damn squib, with the weather completely ruining it, maybe they should have thought about playing it in Dubai with the crowds in, and the ICC headquarters are also there. So there are a lot of maybes, but that's not going to happen. And let's hope it doesn't end in a draw, because that would totally kill the entire excitement. But let's also keep an eye out open for the 5 tests against England, and can our pace bowlers really match up to it? Thanks for watching AG's Ace.